Fultoncards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York City. Let's go. And from me today, 2024-25 Upper Deck Clear Cut. Let's strike variation, 1 card per pack, 1 pack per box, 30 box per case, 2 inners of 15. Within a box break, expect your 1 auto. So the base autos are the most prominent 43% of the time. The rest of the time, you'll receive an insert or an update, which could also be a base auto. So the base autos are 44 vets, 1 in 6, 17% of the time, 47 rookies, 1 in 4, 25% of the time, 17 greats, 1 in 75, so 1.3% of the time. Your parallels would be your outburst to 25, your high gloss to 10, and your outburst gold 1 of 1. So this year, look for your new crystalline star autos as well as the Upper Deck Vintage, which are the cards from 2000, 2001, 2002 era. So note that collation would be notoriously bad with a bunch of cards from the same team or the same type of insert or only base. So just be careful with your group breaks. So let's look at our insert and update autos delivering about 57% of the time. 97, 98 Collector's Choice Star Quest cards, vets, greats, rookie cards, gold 101s, 99 Upper Deck Galleries, 1 of 20, 2000, 2001 SP Authentic Power Skaters. You can see there are reds, blues, and gold parallels. 2000, 2001 SP Excitement cards, vets, greats, and rookie cards, again, gold 101. The SP Authentic Sign of the Times, 1 in 60. Those are 2001, 2002. 0405 Legendary Signatures, 1 in 55. Dazzlers from 2021-22, 1 in 12, so pretty common. And then all the Canvas Rookie Debut SIGs and Canvas SIGs, 1 in 13 for the base Canvas SIGs. They do have red parallels as well. Look for the red inks, of course, numbered to 98 or less, gold ink 101. The Rookie Tribute Autos, 2011 to 2019. I'll get into those in a second. The Crystalline Stars, 1 in 20, Vintage Autos, as well as the Update Autos. I think there's a Carol, I think there's some Jack Hughes, there's some interesting updates within the updates. I think Carol was supposed to sign last year and he didn't. And with regard to your Chase Tribute rookie cards, do look for your 2011-12 Upper Deck Young Guns, your 14-15 Future Watch Autos, your 15-16 Ultimate Rookies, the 17-18 Cup Rookies, and the 18-19 Trilogy Rookies. And keep in mind the Lemieux, Gretzky, and Orr only pair once on the checklist, plus their parallels. I think the Lemieux's an update myriad. There are Adam Graves and Rod Brendamores and Bacchuses and other names, though, other legends and greats. So Celebrini, Hudson, Mitchkov appear about 5-7 times on the checklist, plus their parallels. There isn't a McDavid on the checklist. There isn't a Matthews. There isn't an OV. So interesting this year that they're missing some really, really big names. But we shall get into it. And there's no exclusives, by the way, unless it's an update. There are update exclusives, of course, like the Barzell update. All right. So it should be a quick break if I can get this plastic off. And the seals, very crisp looking seals. All right, and for decoys, we can and shall use a Mike Gartner and a Luke Robitaille. Why not? I know Rob Blake's in the product. I know that Mike Gartner typically is. Adam Graves this year, Mike Ricci this year. So all kinds of interesting legend content as well. But be careful because some players are overrepresented, some are underrepresented. So, and the breaks tend to be, if you watch group breaks, they tend to have clumpings of teams in particular breaks, which makes it very difficult. I just was in a bunch of breaks and I did really well because I stared at the checklist for so long, as you guys imagine and know. But yeah, Johnny Busick and Chelios and some good legend content. And the Star Quest looked beautiful, by the way. So we'll start with the first one. Typically, you don't want a base card. You want one of the inserts. They tend to be a bit nicer. So let's see what we have here. Oh, we hit a Star Quest off the top. I'll certainly take that. These look sharp. I love these Star Quest cards. So we'll see who we have here. Yeah, and it could be just about anybody on the checklist. And a Mikey Mo to start us off. Wow. Wowzer. A Star Quest Mikey Mo. That's as good as you get. And I have to say, I saw a lot of inserts this year as opposed to all those base rookies that you saw last year in the first release. The first wave of release is what I'm trying to say. All right, so I don't know if we can do better than that. I was actually thinking I should put it aside, right? But we'll see. Oh, now I have 2 decoys. You know, I'm not very well slept, so that explains that. We do have a Canuck, and it looks like an insert. So who could that be? I know there's some legend content. I know there's a Besser update, but we shall see. And it is, in fact, an insert. It's another insert. What is this? Oh, you know what it is? It's one of the vintages, and it's a rookie vintage. All right, so it could be Baines. So these guys, there's so many of these I've seen thus far. And it is, in fact, the Archdeep Baines. So these are like champs this year. You'll see a ton of these bad boys. So certainly very happy with that break. 2 inserts. These are kind of like champs, so it's kind of like commons. And this is just a absolute spectacular hit for this product. Absolutely amazing. I love it. Beautiful. And I'm going to do a bonus for you guys. I'm going to do another one of these jerseys. And I did receive this from Upper Deck, okay? So this is a redemption, so we'll check that out right now. This is one of the redemptions. No note, so they just had the code right there along with my deets. And I don't know if you guys can guess who this would be. He's all over the products as a redemption, even though he has some live cards. But in credentials, I did in fact hit the Will Smith. And this bad boy is numbered to 99, I believe. So that is hot, right? And I'm gonna give you a bonus jersey today because that was just such a quick break. Really happy with the Medano. I mean, why not? So yeah. So thus far, I have hit a couple of the ones on the box, which is just bonkers to me. And I'll break a few more of these because, as I said, they dipped under $90. They probably just sign the numbers and then have those authenticated, and then they sort of repackage and refurbish without the rights. In other words, they're custom jerseys, as I've told a few of you guys. So this will be fun. Here we go. Boom. And as I've said before, there's guys like Billy Smith and Bobby Hull and Brett Hull, and Kirill Marchenko and Dougie Gilmore and Gary Roberts, so Grant Fuhr, guys like that. But we'll see. We'll see if we can hit anything spectacular and wonderful. Yeah, I have a little bit of time today, so this is bonus content because I didn't do what everybody else does, and I'm not breaking 5 of those because obviously they are high risk. Wait, I'm going to turn this upside down. Probably the easiest way to peek at it. And let's see here. It could be a pen and it could be a Bruin. So if it's a Bruin, guys like Ray Bork and Oates and stuff like that. If it's a pen, who is that? I'm not sure. It's Bork. I think we hit a Ray Bork. Am I wrong or am I right? And it is in fact a Ray Bork, and it has his Hall of Fame inscription on it. That is why we break this product. And it's Beckett certified. It is Beckett certified. I'm having a ton of fun with this stuff, by the way. I hit one of the ones on the box. You can check it out if you haven't seen it. One of the multi-auto hits. So, but I'll certainly take this. And it does have his HOF induction. Of course, I assume that's 04. Yeah, so that's beautiful. Unfortunately, you'll see what I mean by custom. For those of you who haven't seen any of my breaks of this stuff, it's actually a big jersey. It looks really nice, but you'll see the front is just going to say Boston or something, right? And there you go. Although it doesn't look that bad. And one of my commenters, Guy Love, mentioned that what he'd love to see is them not put anything on the front so we could ourselves adorn it with whatever we want. In other words, probably the bespeckled, the spoked bee, but certainly just a custom jersey. On the other hand, the whole purpose and premise of this stuff is that you put it on the wall, you frame it on the wall, and that, of course, with a Beckett authentication, with his HOF, with his beautiful signature, one of the better signatures in hockey. And I mean, on one hand, right, in terms of the best defenseman to ever play our game, certainly, yeah. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. So that's basically it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. One frequent card and one very infrequent card. I believe the Collector's Choice 97, 98 Legends only have 8 cards on the checklist, but they're 1 in 150, which represents 0.7% odds divided by the 8 cards on the checklist, it becomes, you know, less than 0.01%, I guess. So really, really tough pull. So some legend content here at Fultoncards, which is what you've come to expect, right? I hope my breaks are helpful to you. Do me the honor of sub-liking, hashtagging Dryden. I do it for the love of the hobby. I also do it to inform you guys vis-a-vis the odds so you guys never get killed. You notice that I'm in some breaks on occasion, and I typically do fairly well, and it's because I obviously do my homework so that I can actually control my price points and my odds, and I want you guys to do the same so that you never get hurt. Unless it's risks you're willing to take, of course. You are free to do whatever you want with your own money. I'm Fultoncards. We got our sub-liking, hashtagging, Dryden. Fultoncards live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York City.